Welcome to the Midweek Market Update at Wealthy Bucket. The Midweek Update is produced to gauge and analyze how the markets have performed based on our Bucket Weekly Market Forecast that our premium members receive each and every Sunday. Wealthy Bucket does not provide investment advice. Before engaging the markets, please consult a financial professional to see if it is right for you. Trading and investing in stocks, options, currency, and futures carry risks that can result in a financial loss. So let's start off this session with a number of our MoneyFlow trading and investment ideas that we had sent to our premium members on Sunday. So first and foremost, let's kick it off with GPOR, which is Gulfport Energy. We had anticipated further downside risk or downside retracement, so to speak, in energy. And for the first 2-3 days, so to speak, the energy sector did trade downward. However, it has not reached into our level yet. We're looking to get into GPOR down at this level here. So we're going to maintain that precise entry point, and we're not willing to sacrifice or negotiate or change our plan. The reason why our investment ideas have such a high ratio of win to loss is simply because we are willing to wait for the best entry point. And right now, crude did rebound today, this afternoon, and we're okay with that. If crude takes off and goes back upwards, that's fine. We're not going to negotiate. We're going to maintain this course, and we're going to wait for Gulfport to come down to this level, and we'll take the trade if it does. And the same can be said for AXAS, which is Abraxas Petroleum. And we have our trading plan ready to go, and we're going to wait for Abraxas to come down further before we can engage again. If this stock takes off back upwards, we're going to be fine with that because we're not going to chase into it. We have our plan, and we're going to wait for that. And that's trading. Anyone who chases into the markets or who doesn't have a set guidelines and set rules generally won't make money over time. And this is why, again, go check out our performance. We have such a high win-loss ratio simply because we wait for trades to come to us and we buy them on discount, so to speak. And we're going to wait for AXAS to come down further. That is a trade waiting to happen. We talked about how we should prepare for some market shorts going into the new week. And you can see here we had a short on the Russell futures, and that has done reasonably well so far. And we're nearing our first target now. So if you are not a premium member, look to a free trial, and you can get to experience the type of trades that we do offer. We have options trades, we have stock trades, we have futures trades. Let's take a look at one of our currencies here, and we probably need to look into making adjustment. We're looking to short euro, and that's what happened. We took some heat a couple of weeks ago, and we were able to ride it down to this level now, and we probably have to maintain this trade. So we're simply showcasing you the different looks, the different trading assets that we offer our premium members, and as you can see, they're all doing relatively well right now. Also, we had looked to short the utility sector based on our analysis from the most recent Bucket Weekly, and it's pretty much breaking even at this point, where our trigger was 42.66. And it's a little bit better than break even because of the options trade. However, we're making a little bit of money off volatility here, but it's from a dollar perspective, we are 4 cents over our entry point, and we'll have to monitor this one closely going into the last couple days. So those are some trades that we did offer our premium members, and those trades are all found. If you're wondering and if you're watching, well, how do we find these? We identify all of our trades through our bucket weekly market forecast. What you're looking at in front of you right now is the entire market, and by running through the multi-asset investment model, which is what we use here, we're able to identify high probable trades. The realities are a lot of investors out there, or traders out there, retail investors, they have a problem picking stocks. Well, what stocks do I pick? This trading model that we have here identifies the stock picks for us. And you might wonder, well, how does it do that? Well, you got to follow it. You got to read the bucket weekly to understand how do we arrive at our trading ideas each and every week. So if you haven't read one, you can go read the archives, or you can subscribe for a free, no-hassle trial as well through our website. We talked about how we're going to expect some choppiness going into this week because of the way yen is performing. We're going to expect more and more choppiness as the yen continues to perform and move up through this ascending triangle. And once we start moving into the vertex of this triangle, so to speak, where my cursor is, we can expect smaller and smaller trading ranges from highs and lows, from pivot points on the S&P 500. If you're wondering how we know that, then you got to read our bucket weekly. And what's happening right now is exactly that. We have Thursday now in the markets. You can see yen coming back up after trading into immediate support. And you can see the S&P 500 here. Look how choppy the market's been. It hasn't moved very much. One day it'll be up, next day it'll give it all back, and the next day it's back up again. So it is choppy, and our indicators have informed us of that behavior. So we're prepared going into the beginning of each and every week on what to expect the market to do, or how the market's going to perform. That's called a market forecast, and we've been doing it week in and week out, and our trading ideas have been absolutely accurate. If you haven't seen them, again, go check them out. Go to our archives and take a look at that, and you can see, look at the S&P futures right now. They're choppy. It hasn't gone anywhere, and that's not a coincidence, because we had expected that choppiness to continue based on the way the yen is performing. And as the yen continues to grind up, if it's going to continue to grind up and respect this technical pattern, we can expect the yen to either break to the upside, and if it breaks to the upside, we're going to see a larger pullback in the S&P 500, or if the yen breaks to the downside, we're going to see a big continuation upwards. And if the yen does break to the upside, that fulfills that ascending triangle, we're looking at possibly a 1914 on the S&P, which is a fairly large correction. If the yen does break to the downside, then you can see that there's quite a bit of upside potential for the S&P 500. So that is your takeaway, and that is a showcase of our bucket weekly market forecast, and you can see how accurate it is week in and week out. If you have not read one, go read it. And if you're looking for trades and you lack trading ideas, subscribe for a no free trial. Check it out, and you won't be disappointed, because this is the only multi-asset trading model that is available week in and week out to